Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Love Ambassador Morning. I am John Halcyon Stinn, and I so look forward to this practice most days. And the days I don't look forward to it are when I need it most. Of course, I'm not here every day because I prioritize immediacy over obligation when it comes to this practice. But this practice, what is it? Are you new here? My goodness, what a treat to share this for the first time. And if you are not new here, thank you for returning and adding your beautiful energy to our mix. We get together every morning, share a little gratitude, remind each other that we're not alone in this world, that there are literally millions, perhaps billions of people like us with open hearts and like-minded that would much prefer to hug you than hurt you. And many of these like-minded brothers, sisters, and others are just kind of keeping it on the down low, putting up a front because it's safe. They want to protect themselves. Why get in trouble? Why be overly vulnerable? And that's why it's so important to be a love ambassador, to be the friendly one, to be the one that says good morning first, to be the one that holds the door open, to be the one that looks the cashier in the eyes and says thank you, the one that listens for a statement from a friend that might need a follow-up. What do you mean? How are you doing? What was that like? Just to find those little ways that we can be more of service, the ways that we can gift, the cracks in the world and humanity and people that could use a little bit of balm, a little salve, a little moisturizer on the rough parts. So thank you for being a part of this Love Ambassador morning. Or whenever you're watching it, Love Ambassador midday, perhaps a Love Ambassador dusk. Thank you for being here. If you are here, say hello, say what you're grateful for. It is Sunday morning. I'm going to have a fairly brief check-in today. And I am, front of my mind, I am grateful for rain. We got a short but fulfilling downpour just about an hour ago here in San Diego. And boy, do we need it. It's the first rain that I've felt since being in this new home. And as the flammability of the state has shown, it's too dry. So it's so wonderful to get some moisture on the earth, on the plants. And speaking of moisturizer, this is the divine. This is Mama Gaia doing a little self-care and moisturizing the dry spots. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. What are you grateful for? I am grateful that I got to see my parents yesterday. It was the first time I'd hugged my mom for about a month. She's been pretty sick, so she's doing so much better, and it's what a delight to hug my mom and dad. And I do not take it for granted. I so treasure the opportunity to hug them, to tell them I love them, especially right now as they are feeling the parental pride, knowing that, maybe not pride, maybe it's like relief and pride, knowing that I have gotten engaged. Good morning, Gerbot. Good to see you. Happy Sunday. And good morning, David. Hola. I'm also grateful for my friend Tim, who is an amazing jewelry designer. And so I had a meeting with him yesterday to talk about rings. If you listen to our story of engagement, I had not planned to get engaged, so I used a non-ring wooden bead as a temporary engagement ring. But I went to go see Tim to talk about getting some custom bands and engagement ring. And I'm so glad I did, because first off, Tim is amazing. He's so awesome. I think I realized one of the reasons why I love him so much is he is passionate about so many things. And so as he explains whatever it is that he has learned throughout his life. He's so skilled and so knowledgeable about so many things, whether it's surfing or diving or jewelry making or machinery or so many things. And he explains it with this excitement that is so easy to follow. So I'm often in the situation of like, I don't want to do this myself, but I so love hearing you explain how to do it. I think Lisa pointed out recently to me that like I love hearing what people love. I love to hear what people are excited about. Yeah, I don't need to love fishing, but if you love fishing, I want to hear why. I want to hear you explain the what about it. Talk me through your experience of why it's so awesome to you. And Tim is doing that all the time with so many things. He's just it's like a gratitude practice. You witness other people share their gratitudes, and it just makes the world feel richer and more full of beautiful things. So his explanation of rings and jewelry from this context of dedicating his life to trying to create art pieces that last longer than people live, to create, treasures that will be passed down through the generations, and his historical awareness of how rings and jewelry has been these symbolic and meaningful parts of all these different cultures. So as he was sharing, all this information about rings, I was getting, well, first I got excited and then I got scared because I've never worn a ring, and I'm now trying to figure out what am I going to wear for the rest of my life. For the rest of my life is a scary thought for me. I don't have any tattoos except for my eyeliner. And committing to Lisa is a huge committing for the rest of my life. But now I got to commit to a piece of jewelry. Like, look at how often I change my look. I mean, I was bald a year and a half ago. I was pink haired a year ago, and now I've got a big old beard. Like, what if I had to say, okay, pick a hairstyle forever? That's a lot. But then the more we talked, the more I got excited about the process of creating something beautiful and symbolic. So grateful for Tim, grateful for Lisa, and grateful for this beautiful chapter I'm in my life. Gerbot is grateful for time to take care of myself. Self-care is world care. So thank you on behalf of reality for taking care of yourself. Gerbot saying excitement is contagious, right? I think there's so many people, and I fall into it too, that you just kind of get blasé about things. It's hard to stay excited, especially when we're like being inundated with 60-second video clips of people jumping off things and blowing things up and blah, 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 blah. So witnessing people's genuine excitement, not like from trying to sell you something, not trying to convince you anything, just this transparent enjoyment of a hobby or a person. I mean, that's why we like to hear love stories too. That's why I love sharing my love story and my love for Lisa. It's that kind of excitement. Like, oh, yay, fellow humans enjoying their time while conscious. Yeah. Anyone else want to share a little gratitude before we head out into our days and be ambassadors? Share a little bit of our excitement with being alive, our excitement with being who we are. That question, comes up to me periodically, and I've answered it a few times over the last month. Of that, how do you distinguish narcissism or selfishness or superiority from self-celebration? because can you, even in the words there, do you see the difference? If self-celebration is not a comparison to someone else, it is not I am better than anyone else. It is a recognition of the gift of being alive and trying to enjoy. In fact, Lisa, I think when we were telling our story, she was describing one of the things that she liked about me was that I seemed to have fun playing as my avatar in the world. I love that description of like, yes, I care about how I dress and the way I look, but not in like a what's hip and fashionable way, but in a what character am I going to play in this lifelong performance that is my life? And that's part of the self-celebration. It's not like, I have the cool brands and you do not. It is like, I am this character. What character are you? Are you sure that's your character? That looks like maybe someone gave you that script and you're playing it because it was given to you. Are you sure that that's the character that you are? I mean, do whatever you want. That's the whole point. So I'm so honored that I have places like this where we can remind each other that defining, understanding, writing the role for your character is paramount. It is critical. It is actually a part of divine service to tune into the role that you are meant to be. Gerbot says, I am, what's going on here? There it goes. Grateful for time with family later this morning and for Zoom for bringing us together. I actually have a Zoom after this scheduled to check in with some people. I'm looking forward to that. And I have a coaching call with one of my clients this afternoon, that I am so looking forward to. I think I've mentioned it a few times lately that after a long break, I've begun doing one-on-one coaching again, and I so love it. I think, more 2 years ago, like before I stopped my problem drugs, there was a little bit of, I didn't have the full belief in my abilities. I mean, I know a lot of tools. I can recognize a lot of patterns, but even sharing guidance or wisdom or questioning, I felt out of integrity. And because I feel so good, I feel very strong in my being right now, all of the studying and learning and life practices I've had over the last 35 years are really, I feel like I can access them in a harmonious and easeful way that I have never before. And so being able to be present with a single person and coach them has been so rewarding. I'm looking forward to finding a couple more clients in the next month. Gerbot says, divine authenticity, right? That's something we talked about during Radical Hope, it is activism. It is divine activism to do the work of figuring out what are you doing, what rules are you following that are out of alignment with your inner light. And there may be nothing, but I believe that it's a lifelong inquiry. I don't feel like I am purely me now. I have no more layers to uncover of my socialization. Hardly. And I also think that once you start that path, you are now in this category of people. And that is this growing community where we have this celebration of one another's truth. And it doesn't matter if you are new on the path or have been doing it for 50 years, that the common belief, the common objective, the common purpose of getting closer and closer to our love truth and less impinged by our ego crap. That's this community of seekers. I think that's part of being a love ambassador. So thanks for being on Hug Nation, Team Love Ambassador. We have a nice intimate group on this Sunday, so it's been nice to connect with you. If you watch this archive later, thanks for tuning in. I'd still love to hear what you're grateful for. I'm so grateful for the meal that Lisa cooked last night. And I'm grateful for our practice of before bed saying, I appreciate about you. It really, I love being able to voice my gratitudes, and I love being appreciated. I've actually been good at that lately of texting people and saying, oh, thanks for this, thanks for that. So maybe I will try to do that more today. Oh, I'm grateful I got to talk to one of my uncles yesterday that I rarely talked to, and got to tell him about my engagement. So it's a fun time. And I'm grateful for the 600 plus people that left comments on my Facebook post about the engagement. It's been really heartwarming to see how much genuine happiness people are feeling for Lisa and I. So if you left those comments or even thought those comments, thank you. Definitely felt and appreciated. And with that, wherever you are, let's give ourselves a hug and appreciate this moment, appreciate these bodies, appreciate this incredible opportunity to uncover this divine, loving flow that comes through us. And what a gift to connect with other people on that same adventure. Let's take a deep breath in and squeeze. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and everybody here, thanks for being here for this Love Ambassador morning. I love you. Thanks, Gerbot. Enjoy your day.